Hey guys! So today I'm going to be talking about the Impala roller skate, particularly the holograph version of this skate. So let's just kind of like go over the obvious. It's pretty amazing, right? Like this holographic slash bubblegum-esque slash roller disco dream situation going on here. Let's start with the laces. So I have some like mixed thoughts on the laces. Like aesthetically, they look great. Like they're amazing. I love them. Quality wise, yeah, like it's not life changing. But however, for the price point on this boot, I wouldn't say it's a downer. They're just probably not gonna last that long. They're very thin and light and flaky, like, but not important. But moving on is the actual kind of like style and fit of this boot. Personally, it runs pretty like medium size. It's not like super narrow like Rydell or Moxie. Like their boots are consistently like really narrow. And then or a good example of the opposite is the Moxie Beach Bunnies, which are extremely huge and wide. This is somewhere in between. So I think that's pretty awesome. Again, if you guys don't know, I have a really narrow foot. So I always have issues with my feet sliding around in boots, especially boots that are manufactured in Asia, which this is where these are also manufactured, but it's not bad. Like, pretty impressed. Okay, moving on. The fit. I think that it's true to size and are kind of running on the small side. Like, I'm a 41 and I think I was sent a 41. But they're just a little bit snug. Not like terribly, but definitely like I'm in there. But it's not the end of the world. Like it doesn't really hurt. And I could just wear some thinner socks to feel a little bit more comfortable. Moving on, I like how it has this emblem here of the Impala brand. It has the same on the back as well. Another cool thing I liked was the eyelets here, that they're painted a different color. So it really gives some contrast on the boot. And then the purple is also transferred down into the keyholes or eyelets or whatever the shoelace part goes through. Yeah, the stitching is pretty good and consistent. It just overall feels like it's made well, especially for the price point that it is. Talk about that. I researched it and it's pretty worldwide-ish on like where you can get this skate from. I know it's available in Europe. I know it's available in America, and I've seen that it was available. I had somebody write me, and I think that they were in like the Middle East or something. Or was it Dubai? I could be wrong if they bought it there, but they were talking about how they're using their Impala skates there. So that's a really plus thing because it seems like it is a more international piece that you can get without having to pay for import fees if you buy it from overseas. But with that said, it seems consistently 100 euros, 100 pounds, or 100 US dollars, or 100 whatever your currency is. However they're doing the distribution, you're not paying like a crap load of fees to ship it from like one country to another, because most likely they have a vendor or some type of online system where the skate is in your home country. However that's done. But anyways, moving on, back to the specs. We're gonna go ahead and look at this plate. So this plate, it's pretty basic. But it gets the job done. Like, I thought that it was a pretty like solid plate, so it's not flimsy. I loved these lilac bushings that they put on these. Awesome. Like, they're so cute looking. And I will say this, that these bushings are quite loose. And I would suggest, if you are a beginner skater, definitely go ahead and tighten these, because this could be an issue, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. I think the wheels are pretty awesome. They're a good like medium-sized outdoor indoor wheel, and the harness I believe is 85A, which is awesome. This is like a perfect indoor outdoor wheel. I personally really enjoyed jam skating in these particular wheels. They were just great how they kind of like slid across the floor. They weren't too sticky, and on the outside they're also not too hard. So these are like, yes. You can also see like in here they have like a pretty decent core. The cool thing, that the fact that they are invisible wheels, or that you kind of see through them, you can kind of see like what exactly is going on in there. And it's I'm sorry, but like for $100, like wheels alone cost $100. So I was really impressed with these wheels. Just ridiculous. Oh, one thing I forgot, or I missed when we were talking about the boot. It's a vegan alternative material. I believe it is polyurethane, but it's awesome. So it's vegan, and I know a lot of people have been trying to look for a vegan skate option. This is one of them for sure, hands down. All right, so moving on is the stopper. Now I went ahead and took my stoppers out, and I'll probably put a video up here so you can see what I'm talking about. Just because they're just too big and bulky for me. I think they're great for beginners, but for advanced skaters or extremely advanced skaters or professionals, it's just not very nice feeling that piece of piece of junk. That's how I feel, but I shouldn't say that. But just such a big piece of material, just like in your vicinity of like your active front feet. It's just, hate it. But anyways, yeah, and I took it out, and it makes an amazing jam skate right out of the box for a few reasons. So let's go ahead and go over my usual answers to questions people often have. So firstly, what do I think of it outside of the box? I took it outside the box. I found that the bushings are very loose and squirrely, and you definitely need to tighten all aspects of this setup before you start skating if you are a new skater. This could definitely cause some major issues if you're especially taking them out of the box and going out on the street. There's going to be some issues definitely going on there, but it's definitely fixable. So yeah, that's pro. I like that it was squirrely, and it seemed like it could go from a super beginner skate to a more advanced skate later, just because of how the bushings are set up now, and you wouldn't have to like go out and buy anything else, in my opinion. The downfall or negative side to this setup are the bearings are extremely slow, like snail slow. But I found for jam skating, they're fine. So I think for a beginner, these bearings are good because you're not going to have to worry about like getting out of control, or the wheels are going too fast for your body and you're not used to it. I would say you're not really going to have a major issue with this. However, if you are a bit more sporty when it comes to picking up some type of roller skating or like skiing or something like that, you're definitely going to be able to feel immediately like, whoa, okay, these skates are really slow, like what's going on? So you would have to buy some bearings. But for the price, who cares? I don't think it's a major issue. So can you street skate in these skates? Of course, that's one of the questions everybody wants to know. Yes, I would say yes, and triple, kabillion, yes, it is. And the main reason is like this setup is freaking awesome. And the wheels are perfect. They're not like too thin. If you guys know, I really like really thick outside wheels, which I'll go ahead and link that video at the end of this video about my favorite outdoor wheels setup. Gosh, I'm talking so much. But, but yeah, great. I was just really impressed, like extremely impressed. Can this boot be used in a bowl? Definitely. I would maybe suggest tightening your bearings and the bushings before doing that, but it's definitely bowl skatable, great. The boot, it's stiff, but not like crazy stiff. There doesn't seem to be like much of a break in time, so that's freaking awesome. I would say that this boot cosmetically will wear a little bit more aggressive than most skates if you're skating in a bowl and constantly scratching, obviously because it's a holographic material. And they're so pretty. And lastly is, yeah, can you play roller derby in them? Personally, I think you could play roller derby in any type of skate you want. So yes, for $100, 100 euros, quid, pound, whatever, Aussie dollar, wherever you're at, like price point, especially if you're just starting out skating, definitely use your skates for all type of products that you're working on, whether it be roller derby or artistic skating. To be honest, in the beginning, all that matters is that you have like working parts and that create a great consistent tool you can use until you're able to afford whatever it is that you think that you want when you can afford it. It's pretty much my take on Impala roller skate. Checking on the website, it looks like all of the skate setups are the same, but the boot color is just different. I can't say that to be exact, but that's what it looks like. What would I give this skate? Hands down, Coco stamped approved skate. I love the versatility that it comes with it, the bearings and bushings already coming kind of loose and you can just tighten them up. And of course, the only thing I really don't like is a stopper situation. So for me, this would be more of a jam skate for me personally, for my collection. But if this had a stopper that I could actually screw in and screw out with a key, then I would definitely make it also a street skate setup for me. But I think it's an all-around great skate. I was pretty impressed, I must say. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for tuning in. Please like this video, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them down in the comment section below. Also, in the description box will be information on where you can buy this skate, maybe in your country or somewhere in the nearest mailbox. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.